Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Professor Sistrom, and I'm reaching out to the student body. Okay, students, I'm sending this video to all of my students, but mostly for the students in my Cyber Ops class. Okay, so my 173 class. And the reason I'm sending this out to all students is because we need to have a serious debate about how to use these learning models. For example, as you can see on my screen, Chat GPT. I also have Copilot. You can see I have Claude, and I have DeepSync. I use all of these models because these models give me the opportunity to refine whatever I'm doing. So I want to make sure you're able to use them when you doing your work, especially when you're going through this coursework. I recognize that as you travel through your coursework, you're going to find that it's a lot of work. So I want to give you some help in allowing you to get through this work. As you can see, basically cybersecurity, and this course is a dynamic course. I know that it's a lot of material in here, and I want to get my students up to par to get straight to the material. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a few things in here to speed them up. And yes, in all of my classes, you can use the learning models, or what they call AI for short. You can use any one of them. What I will say is this: pick one, practice with it, learn it to get better, but stick with it for a while. But don't buy any one of them right now. Use all of them so you can get better at them, but do not purchase it until you can use it for amount of time like 6 months to an entire year. So as you can see, these are absolutely free. Claude is not so much free because I'm using Claude through my college. The rest of them are free. Now, I know I can go get a free version of Claude. I'm just saying, don't purchase anything until you begin to learn the models. And throughout this cybersecurity class, in my other classes, I'm going to introduce you to each and every one of them. Starting off, the first part of learning how to use these models, I'm going to deal with that today. And in that part, I'm going to show you how to get through a particular chapter. I know a lot of you read through the material, and a lot of the material is just a lot of reading, and you should read through it, but to get through it fast, to get through it quick, sometimes you have to use your intelligence. Now, using these models mean you using or executing your intelligence. When I'm going through a particular course, and yes, I still go through courses because there are still higher certifications that I continually work on. So I want you to get to that level too. So I tend to take a copy of the chapter, but let me stress this to you. This is for educational reasons only. I'm doing this to educate you on. I do not keep the copy. I do not sell the copy. I do not reproduce the copy. I simply take the copy, put it in a Word doc. After I copy the entire chapter, as you can see, the whole chapter is in here. Then I name the Word doc, as you can see right there. And then I go to one of the learning models. I'm going to close that. I'm going to go to one of the learning models. I'm going to start with Chat GPT. And I ask Chat a simple question. Now, here's the question. I would like you to analyze this document. Give me the key points in the document. Make the document into a short story that I can consistently use to remember the coursework of this document. But make sure you highlight the key elements of the document so I can begin to use it as a study tool. Now, I'm gonna stop right there. I know that this here is not the perfect way to do this. This is just me getting my ideas out of my head. And that's what I want you to do. Now, I'm gonna come back to here and I'm gonna say rewrite this statement. To keep this video short, I'm gonna just say rewrite this statement, or just rewrite, okay? So what chat will then do is give me a better and more effective way of dealing with this. And as you can see, it's stated here. Let's see if we can get it down. That's my new prompt right there. So now I will upload the document. Remember, I'm only using this for educational purposes to help me through my class. So then I will look on my computer and go upload the document into the chat section. Give it a chance to build up. And then I will take this information that chat gave me and put it in here and paste it. Now, what it's going to do is analyze the document, and it will proceed to give me the information I need that I can use as a study guide. Now, I haven't read the chapter or anything, and some people may say, well, that's cheating and all that. No, it's not cheating. I need to get this information concise and to the point. Now, this is what I will study, but I will also go another step with this. Now, like I said, I will use any one of these tools to do this. And as you can see right now, chat is listing everything that's important. And the good thing about it, if it's something I don't understand, I can go back to the document or go back to the chapter and bring that information out. People, the reason I'm teaching you this is because in our society now, you have to get this information in your head, and you have to use these tools. Some people are saying, no, that's cheating. Let me tell you something. I don't care what they're saying. I need this information, and I need it put in a synopsis to where I can really read it and hit the points. And as you can see now, this is a workable document here. I can actually work through an entire chapter just by going through these and understanding. Now, you're gonna have a lot of naysayers out there. They're gonna tell you, no, you shouldn't do that. Let them be them and you do that. Now, the next thing I will do, as you can see with chat, I got one more time to use it. So the next thing I would do is simply say to chat, I want you to create 25 multiple choice questions from this material that I can use to test myself on. Now, this is really simple. You can get deeper with it, but I want to use this to get straight to the nitty-gritty and actually train my mind on this. So then I will click it, and it will give me 25 multiple choice questions that I can test myself on from this material. So you see what I'm doing? I'm creating my own study tools using these learning models, AI, to get better and quicker at learning the material, because the professor, which is me, will probably do something like this too. And as you can see, chat gives some suggestions. Turn this into a timed exam, create scenario-based questions, or build a final exam out of this. So students, I'm gonna try to keep this video short. I want you to get into the habit of utilizing these tools. And as we go through this chapter, I'm gonna bring in more tools that can help you get this information in your head to make you better. You're gonna start seeing me continue to go through the labs and the packet tracers with this information, but I want you to get better and better at doing this. Now, I'm gonna do one more thing that I use all the time. The last thing I do is this. Now, I would like you to also create me, at the very least, 25 flip cards that I can use to test myself on. This is another technique that I use to remember things. And this is just one chapter, but I will know the material. So you're going to see me utilizing this in also other areas. So now it's creating flip cards front and back that I can use. So students, I'm going to keep this short, but 3 steps that I use on one chapter to make sure I learn this material. Now, what do I do with the document that I use to get this information from? I delete that document. The document goes in the garbage can, so I don't mess around with that, copyright infringement. But I created multiple things and you will get better. Now, why am I doing this? Because guess what? Majority of the people in our industry is doing this right now. So I need you to start doing it. This is Professor Sistrunk. I hope that this was helpful, and I'll see you in the next video log. Also, like and subscribe, people. If I'm giving you good information, help me out on my YouTube page.